Hey, good morning everybody. It's going to be day 2 here working on the tracker, putting in the recess tray in the center and new floor. Whew, kind of chilly. So to do a quick recap, back in June I used some Joe Biden money. I sold my Minn Kota Trova and bought an Ultrex, which required a recessed tray because the pedal's so tall. I knew from talking to other people that there were center supports on the TF, so I couldn't drop it in the middle without cutting supports, so I put it off to the side, kind of at an angle. When I was crappie fishing, that's fine. Yeah, it looks like it rained, got my tools wet. Crap. Crappie fishing, that's fine, you know, I sit off to the side, but bass fishing, wanting to stand up, you having your foot at an angle, just was uncomfortable for me. And I like to bounce on my right foot. I got, you know, damage on my left ankle, so it's not very strong. It just made it awkward to drive the boat. So I decided, I got about 3 weeks off before my last tournament of the year, so I ordered some SeaDek foam, and I decided to rip the floor out. So that's where we stand. I'm gonna pull the boat out of the shed this morning, and we're gonna cut some metal supports and probably void the damn warranty on the boat. Okay, so I set this, my front shroud control panel, back in place, and I made a measurement of where it ends. Then I took my foot tray and I measured back. So I want to run the front of the foot tray here. I measured from that piece of angle up, make sure I have my mark straight. Then I laid my new tray in place, and I marked inside and outside. And what I'm going to do is, on these supports, I'm going to cut a ledge out, because these supports are they're about the size of a 2x3. So it's going to, you know, like I said, I'll cut it as a ledge and let my new 1-inch tubes, the square tube, sit on the ledge, and then I'll braze it in place. And I'm probably going to take this leftover and run it across here, cut out some foam, and cut out foam here and run it across that way, and just let it lay on there. I might try to figure out a way to pot rivet it on, maybe drill a hole down through here and run a pot rivet, or drill a hole and run a sheet metal screw to hold it in place, just to give it more rigidity. I'm a big guy, I'm Big Mike, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta hold my fat butt. Alrighty, here we go. No backing out now. Okay, so I got my initial cuts. I got to cut this pot rivet out. This is the tube for all my rods. Alright, so I'm going to make my first cut. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Porta Cable and Diablo Blades. No, just kidding. They're not a sponsor. I use their product. should have cut that first, dang it. Cutting that's going to be tricky because I'm such a weird angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this piece as a support and I can get my saw in here. So that's one cut. And I'm going to have to probably get my jigsaw to do that. Let's go to the other side. It ain't the straightest. Running out of blade. Hang on. Yeah, I'm cutting into that, but it's almost through. I hate I cut that. I'll figure something out later. I guess I could have bent it inside, bent it into itself, but I wouldn't have nothing to. I couldn't pop root it back in the same hole anyway. There we go. That's done. Hey, that's what I like about these Diablo blades. Yes, this was a brand new blade right out of the box. I had some ones already used. There's very minimal bending. I bent it in these tight quarters, and I know this is aluminum, but it cut right through it like it was nothing there. So now my tray should fit. Let's hope I didn't screw up. Just like that, we have a recessed tray in the floor. Now I made the gaps too big, unfortunately, and it's going to be a bitch to braze in place. I may go to get some little pieces of angle just to bolt in it. I want to give it as much strength as I can give it. I hope everybody understands that. You get the idea. Alright, so I trimmed my foam out and I cut one of the original bracing down, and I cut the foam out, and you can see the level. I made it level. So now I'm going to take some self-tapping screws and just connect them. Nice and level. I am going to vacuum out the giblets of foam that got on my carpet and any metal shavings. So now we'll do the other side. Tearing up my hammer. That ought to make it good and solid and rigid. That's good. Looks real good. All right, so here it is, a dry fit. I got to figure out how to do my hose. The water don't run uphill, so I guess I'm going to cut a channel. I cut a channel out in the foam to run it down that way. But that's it. She's in there. Now nothing's screwed. The only thing that was screwed in are the original supports to the cross braces that I installed. My father-in-law was out getting me some plywood, and I'm going to do some L brackets here, and then I'm going to try to braze the inside and tops. Like I said, there's a pretty good gap on a couple of them, just because the tight quarters, the blade didn't cut straight. But that's it. She's in there. I'm very happy. So, take a quick break from all the fun. If you like this video, that helps you out, gives you some information, please hit that like button. It helps me out. I'm not getting paid for nothing on YouTube. It just shows me some love, and that's all it does. And hit subscribe. I would like to hit 200 subscribers for the end of the year. 271.1. Alright, so I took my old piece of plywood, laid it on my new one, traced out my center hole in the outline. Now, with the saddles cut and L brackets on all four corners, she should not move at all. I mean, I'm shaking the whole damn boat. She's good. Now what am I going to do? This is going to bend back. Once you bend them, they're done.
You don't have another either, do you?
I got a thicker one.